Everyone, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings here in chilly London today. Just going to shuffle up some cards, and what I'll do is I'll put down a card for the rest of today and tomorrow, the tarot, and I'll also put down a card for kind of the weekend into Sunday. The first one will take us into tomorrow, Saturday, and the second one will be for sort of Sunday's energy. So let's have a little look and see what we've got going on. Okay. Right, let's have a little look and see what the Faulkner Tarot deck's got for us today. Okay, so I've got the really lovely Fool card. Now the Fool is it's the first card in the Major Arcana. Okay, so this is the very start of the tarot. It's like the baby of the tarot deck. It's like the student, the learner. It's all about the beginning of something. So when I get the Fool, there's lots of cards in the tarot that are about new beginnings and refer to different types of new beginnings, but the Fool is like a brand new adventure, so everything is new. So it often comes up when you're talking about having a complete change in career, or a complete change in area that you're living in. So not sort of just moving down the road, but often moving to the other end of the country, or even emigrating. So it's that real brand new energy, and it's a really lovely new beginnings card. It talks about being able to take a risk, and it talks about you kind of having a real view of the future and just kind of being right at the start of something. And as you can see in the card, there are two rainbows in this card, and often they talk about, sort of the gold at the end of the rainbow, the journey, all of that kind of stuff. So that's really important. Sometimes those two rainbows look like a rainbow and an aircraft trail to me, like a vapor trail. So it often comes up when you're talking about travel and emigrating. If I'm drawn to those, the vapor trail part of that card. So this bottom one, quite often I see as a plane, like a plane trail. That can often come up for things like emigrating, moving abroad, all of that kind of thing. So there's loads going on in this card that you can look at. So it's all kind of very open. And, there's lots of different imagery in there that you can be focusing on. I'm just really drawn over to this side of the card today, where it's really, really bright. It's been quite a dull grey day here in London, and it's chilly, very chilly. So maybe that's my wishful thinking, just looking there and thinking, well, that looks nice. But it looks very bright over to that side of the card for me. So this is saying to me today that we've got a much brighter energy coming in for us. We've had some really difficult cards this week, and energy has not been that high. So I would say that this looks like it's a bit of a new beginning for us. So this card is for today and into Saturday. So I'm just going to pop down one for the rest of the weekend for Sunday. And we've got the Magician. Okay, so these two together, fabulous cards. Magician is all about opportunity, making things happen. I'm always slightly drawn to these little flowers down here. These look like snowdrop style flowers. They were always my granddad's favourite flowers when they first start coming out, and they start at this time of year. Even though it's cold and some places might be a bit snowy, you'll still have the snowdrops poking through. So they're cards that are talking about. It's cards talking about, new beginnings, new opportunities, kind of breaking through, breaking through into something, life breaking through. So you know, when those snowdrops first come out and it's all chilly and they're still poking their little heads out, you know, that's brave, isn't it? Those little flowers are really brave, and they're just going to stick their head out anyway. So it talks about going for it. So does the fall. The fall talks about that too. So there's a real good energy of making progress, new starts, new beginnings, new opportunities, loads of new energy this weekend. So that is all fantastic. Loads of good energy there. So I'm just going to pop down one of these lovely messenger oracle cards. So I have to grope around for the word then. Let's have a look and see what we've got going on here. Right. So I have just had one jump out of the deck, so I'll pick it up and we'll have it. Sometimes I like to work with the ones that jump out. And this is lovely. Love without conditions. So as we're moving forward this weekend, this is kind of, I suppose this is Valentine's weekend really. It's difficult because Valentine's Day sits right in the middle of the week, doesn't it? But a lot of people are quite focused on that. They're quite focused on love. They're quite focused on all of that energy. So what this card says is love without conditions. I think that's really important. A lot of people I read for are kind of in a really difficult place because they're putting in maybe more effort than the other person. And all I could say is you can't see love as a bank account, you know. It's not what you put in is what you get out necessarily, because there's another person involved and their view of things might be different to yours. So if you are going to love somebody, just love them. Now, that does not mean you have to put up with a load of rubbish from them. Absolutely not. You can still love somebody without condition, but you can still look after yourself. The fact that you still love them doesn't mean you have to be with them if they're treating you badly. So complex love, it always is complex. But, you know, when you give love, then you just give it, you know, give it if you want to give it. But that does not mean that you have to take, you know, a bad relationship and carry on with it. You can still have love for that person, but know that it's not practical for you to be with them because they're not ready to give you what you need or to give you the same thing in return. And you can't demand that. That has to come from someone when they're ready. So it's talking about love. So there is an energy of that this weekend because we are in that weekend of Valentine's, and it all kind of goes a little bit overboard, doesn't it, sometimes? So it's just drawing us attention to that, you know. I'm just going to put down a power animal to go with these because these are lovely cards so far. Really nice energy. Talking about giving, talking about new beginnings, new adventures, new energy. That is all very good. And our animal that we have is Bear. Oh, I love Bear. Now, Bear is interesting because Bear talks about standing your ground. So, which is what I've kind of said about the love card, and it almost just tempers that love. So we've got love without condition. Absolutely fine with that. But what the Bear says is you must have boundaries, and it's okay to love somebody and still give them that unconditional love. But you don't have to tolerate people that are stepping over boundaries, not respecting you, and all of that kind of energy. So I almost feel like this is saying that this weekend, you know, a lot of us will be thinking about love and focusing on it because of the Valentine's weekend. But almost, although you're giving that love unconditionally, don't feel like you have to accept any second best. You can kind of stand your ground, and you know, if you want to be loved, then send out that wish to the universe for love to come to you. Can't make someone love us. We can love them, but we can't make them love us back. So there is a degree of being able to temper that and sort of not, although you give that love unconditionally, you don't have to, you know, be badly treated or not respected, and so it just asks you to look at that really. So yeah, interesting energy. A lot of love stuff going on. I'm kind of aware of that. That's next, I think it's next Tuesday or Wednesday, Valentine's Day. I'm more interested in Pancake Day, which is Tuesday. So, but that's just me. You don't have to be into pancakes. So I would say really good cards. Love the Fool, love the Magician. That Love is such a beautiful card, but the Bear is in there saying, you know, they're all lovely cards, but just look after yourself, you know, put your boundaries in place and don't let people take the mickey, is what the Bear talks about. So I will leave that with you for today. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will be back again on Monday with another card for the day. Thank you for watching.